A lot of stuff in the news and a lot of movement in the market on the cent, right? It is too much to make. We're discontinuing it. And, well, guess what? Try finding those 2025s, right? And then the next nod was, well, the Kennedy is the same way. However, we're still going to make it for collectors. We're just not making it as a Kennedy anymore. It's changing completely next year and going forward. The coin everybody's forgetting about is the one that is the most egregious with, this is what it's worth, i.e. it's a nickel, and this is how much it costs to make. Lots. So I anticipate, like many others, the nickel is the next one. The Jefferson nickel is the next one on the dock. And one of the most famous coins in the history of collecting happens to be a nickel. And tonight we got a small little bonanza on uncirculated, beautiful buffalo nickels. Let's enjoy it. So the nickel was actually introduced as a 3-cent piece back in 1865. And then they used the same metal in 1866 on a 5-cent piece. We discontinue the 3-cent years later. As we get into the late 1800s, we take the 5-cent piece made out of nickel and we give it the nickname the nickel because it's made out of nickel. The only coin made out of outright nickel, right? And in 1913, one of the early coins in President Roosevelt's coinage change. We did the gold coins in 07, 08, the Lincoln in 09. The next one up was the nickel, right? We went from the V nickel, the Liberty nickel, to the beautiful Buffalo Wild West nickel. The only coin in our history tied in circulation to that of the Wild West. An Indian chief on one side and the beautiful buffalo on the reverse. The series went from 1913 all the way through 1938. It was replaced in 1938 by the Jefferson nickel, which we still see today, one of the long tenured coins in our history. Well, if the talk is the other two denominations are on their way out, then we know the logical coin, this one, should be shortly thereafter, or it's going to change. All I'm looking at right now is the fact that we found a great deal of beautiful uncirculated buffaloes. And we've seen circulated coins before. I love them. We sell rolls here every other week. Whenever we get more, we bring it out and we sell them out. It is quite difficult today to find actual beautiful uncirculated coins. And when you see them, it is a night and day difference. An outright night and day difference. Now this particular deal, and we'll change the graphic if we have time to do that, is going to be up to 5 different. And inside of those 5 will be P's, there will be a few D's, and there will be a few S's. So we got all the mint marks in this beautiful grouping, but it'll be up to 5 different coins. They all date in the 1930s also. I went through the group and there was one coin from the 1920s, so we just kicked that out just to keep it simple and clean for our conversation. But what it really comes down to is outright, thank you guys, outright quality and then the value that it's at. The lowest price any of our competitors had on a Buffalo nickel uncirculated was a 1937 and a 1936. And they were priced at $81.50. When you went to the third coin, it jumped up to $90. The fourth coin, $93. The fifth coin, almost $100. Tonight, you can buy one from us for $29.95. The second one will also be $29.95. The third will also be, you know where I'm going. That's the way our great bonanzas work. But these beautiful uncirculated history, the past, are wow with today's pricing mechanism. Today's $29.95. Now remember, back in 2001, this same Buffalo design was the impetus to modern coin collecting. Since 1983, the U.S. Mint has been making special silver dollars, people, places, and things. We still make them today. A couple every year, actually. The Morgan and Peace just came out recently for 2025. Before that, it was the Marine Corps earlier in the year. They came out with the Buffalo in 2001. It was the first time in the history the history of the U.S. Mint that a special issue sold out at 500,000 coins. And today, can you touch that for a couple $100? Well, we're going back to the actual original coins that circulated in the 1930s. And when you see an Unc like you see here, you can see the detail and actually the fur on the back of that of the buffalo. On the obverse, you can see all 4 digits of the date. Remembering, circulated coins are graded on 3 dates, 4 dates, because the high point wore everything off. Guys, I got to put a 30-second clock up, sorry. Lots of activity on the phones. Remember, avccoins.com. There to support you 24/7, 365. If you hear the fast busy, just go there if it works for you. If not, just call us back. Technology is wonderful. Hit redial and you're here, right? If you're looking for specific dates, I need a 36S as an example. Check out our website. We have a number of these available individually, like the 38D and others, like the 1913s as well. But this deal, again, all 1930s dated, a mixture of P's, D's, and S's. And tonight, up to 5 different. And yes, that price is solid, $29.95.